Hello everyone. This week we're going to be working on adding fractions with denominators of 10 and 100. And then that's going to lead into adding decimals. But first let's focus on our first lesson, which is adding fractions with denominators of 10 or 100. Now one concept that's going to make our work a whole lot more efficient and easy is this idea we keep reviewing about equivalency. We know that 3 columns, or 3/10, is the same as 30 hundredths. So we're going to use this equivalency to find equivalent fractions, because when you add or subtract fractions, you definitely have to have the same denominator. So 3/10 is the same as 30 hundredths. When I see tenths, I'm just going to take my knowledge of equivalency and I'm going to annex a 0. So it will show 30 hundredths. 3 times 10 is 30. 10 times 10 is 100. So instead of taking the time to calculate this on the side, I will simply annex my 0 to show the next multiple of 10 for each number. All right. So when we look at this problem here, instead of thinking of this as 4/10, I'm going to think of it as 40 hundredths. Then I can combine my numerators. 40 plus 16 is 56, and denominator stays the same, hundredths. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56 hundredths. My grid confirms my thinking. All right, down here, I start off with 8/10. Again, I'm going to convert that into 80 hundredths. Then I will add my numerators. My numerator is going to be 125 over 100. Now, just like we learned in our fraction unit, improper fractions should never be left that way. And so what I'm going to do is take my place value knowledge and recognize these ones are in the hundreds place. 100 over 100 is the same as 1 whole. So I'm going to convert that to 1. That leaves me with a numerator of 25, and denominator stays the same. So let's check our grid to be sure that that works. I added 80 hundredths plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundredths. So I see 1 whole grid. That confirms my 1. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And that confirms my numerator. All right. We'll look at one now that has, do we have that 3 before? No. This is the first time we had 3 add-ins. So again, I will think of these as 50 hundredths. Remember that column addition is the most efficient way to add more than 2 add-ins. 2 plus 6 is 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. All right, you can see in the grid above that this is improper. It has more than 1 whole. 100 over 100 is the same as 1 whole. I have 28 pieces out of 100 left. 1 whole, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. All right. Now this time, I actually have improper fractions to add, but that's okay. I'm still going to just convert them to hundredths as I've been doing. I'm going to line them up. All right, 9 plus 6 is 15. And this time, my numerator is 258. So again, I'm going to focus on what's in the hundreds place. A 2 in the hundreds place is worth 200, and my denominator is worth 100. So if I divide that, 200 divided by 100 equals 2. One times 2 is 2. Actually, sorry about that. Even I'm rusty. All right, so 100 times 2 is 200. So 2 is my wholes, 1, 2. And then what's left over, 58 shaded out of 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. All right, we're going to look at it as computation now without the models. I convert 80 plus 9. It's 89 hundredths, and that is not improper. It's gone. It's good to go. I convert to hundredths. 90 plus 4 is 94. Denominator stays the same. Again, it's a proper fraction. No work is required. Here, though, I'm looking at these quantities, and I can already tell they're going to be pretty big. They might become improper. So, 32. Right? 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. And then 2 is 12. All right. This right here is equal to 1 whole. That leaves us with 20 hundredths. And you could say 2 tenths there if you like, but it's not necessary. They both are the same amount. All right. This one. Again, I can see it's improper. 100 over 100 equals 1. And I have 32 hundredths for the part. All right. Now this improper fraction is pretty big. 800 over 100. That's okay. We can handle it. Now this time, so my whole number is worth 8, and it leaves me with 24 hundredths. Look at that guy. Ay, ay, ay. We can take care of it, no problem. Now that everything's hundreds, I can combine them together. All right, so now I have, did I have that right? Yeah. This one's interesting. That's actually your part right there. So 2,000 or 100. And then 100 times 2, 2,000. Oh, 200, sorry. Then we have our placeholder. It actually equals 20 with no part. Now, there's not going to actually be one like this on your practice or assessment, but I did want to show you that even when we add fractions, sometimes you end up with no part at all. All right, and our last one. Okay, focus on that hundreds place. Oops. So this is worth 9 whole. It leaves our part 95 hundredths. Be sure to practice as this is something very new. We've not done anything quite like this before. And then once you practice, if you still have any trouble, you can always reach out to me before you show what you know. But if you're feeling confident, go for it. I know you'll do a fabulous job like always.